Wow, that was quick. Our connection must be like fire, fire. Okay, we are live, all the way live. Assalamu alaikum, peeps. We let our peeps come on into the room. Come on into the room. Come on into the room.
Bruce Leroy.
Come on into the room. And while you guys are coming on into the room, drop us in the comments where you guys are joining us from. Hey guys, come on in. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Yeah. Come on in. Ramadan Mubarak. Hey, drop us in the comments where you guys are joining us from. Oh my goodness, California. Hey, y'all know how to party, right? How to party out there, California?
Everybody don't party.
Everybody parties. Okay, all
Gangsters
right.
don't party, they boogie.
While we await our guests today, let us tell you guys a little bit about us. If you've never seen us live or if you've never came across us before, this is your first time seeing us. We are Rufus and Jenny Triplet, husband and wife team. We are co-authors, speakers. What else are we? Entrepreneurs. What else? A whole bunch of stuff. Just go to our bio, okay? But we have co-authored the book, Surviving Marriage in the 21st Century, 13 Easy Tips to Help You Get to 20 Years and Beyond, to help couples. It's a best-selling book. It's sold over 100,000 copies, been translated into different languages.
To help you learn yourself.
And we've helped 2,000 plus couples. And this is something that we continue to do, the couples work, okay? And it also has a workbook. There's a workbook here, getting back to the swoon of the honeymoon, 25 ways in 25 days, that you guys are able to put in some work and some tips to go along with the books. Okay?
Is that like a bee swoon?
Yeah. And then we also have a podcast. You guys can follow us at Surviving Marriage, the podcast, where we give all kinds of tips in regards to marriage and different things like that, general tips. And our last podcast, we took from the inbox, which means we took all these scenarios and different things that people inbox us. You'll see my husband waving throughout the lives because he's
waving at me.
Waving as you guys.
That's only
join
courteous,
us, right? We give all kinds of tips in regards to marriage, but we also help people in their situations. And if you guys ever want to make a consultation, a meeting with us, you can go to our website, RufusandJennyTriplet.com, and click on consultations. Okay. All right. I see our guest has joined us. So we're just waiting for them to make a request to come on into the live. And we about to get this party started. Y'all ready for this
a party?
today? Oh, y'all ready for this today? Yeah, it's a party. Party over here.
I don't see no decorations.
Yeah. Okay, thanks you guys for joining us all over the place. I see you guys are joining us all over the place. Great. Connecting with our guest.
Assalamu alaikum.
Oh, alaikum assalam. Hey.
How are you guys? Ramadan.
Ramadan Kareem. We're just checking the technical aspects before we get started because sometimes we just have a lot of glitches. So we can hear you okay, but when you just spoke, you went out a little bit. So not sure. Yeah, you're going out. Yeah. And now you're frozen. The sound is better, but you're freezing. Are you on Wi-Fi?
I just got off of Wi-Fi because it was freezing. Is it better?
Okay. That's much better.
She was on that Rona internet.
Yeah, she had that Rona going on. She had that COVID-19 supply.
Hey, Brad, I feel for you, man, because knowing Mubaraka and seeing her on video, I almost feel like I need to drop and do 10.
You need to drop and do 20, my brother, for
Hey,
real.
excuse me.
Especially the way
That's
somebody been
Hey,
eating around
this
here
the Rona belly
during
right here.
Ramadan. Okay, now that's the Ramadan
That's
belly.
the Rona belly.
All right, let me bring you guys in because this is for our podcast as well. So let me give you a proper introduction here. All right, dear. Joining us
Why
today.
you hollering at me?
I ain't hollering at you.
We sitting right by each other.
Can I introduce the people?
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Joining us today, we have two authors. We have two radio hosts. We have two speakers.
And one fitness coach.
Yeah, one's a trainer. Okay. One's an ex-cop. One's a bad boy. Bad boy. What you
I hope he wasn't a bad boy.
What you gonna do?
He was one of the good cops right there now.
Boy, okay. Okay. One was on Oprah. She was on Oprah.
Did she get some did she get a car?
No, but I wonder how
a house?
I wonder how Oprah smelled. I
wonder
how Oprah smelled.
Why you smelling Oprah?
Okay, I ain't trying
what
to smell.
What kind of stuff is going on up in here?
Smelled. Okay. And then one was also, she sat right next to the president. She sat right next to the president. I wonder how he smelled too.
Keep on talking about it. She gonna make you do 10.
Okay, I ain't. Not today. Not today. Joining us today is Mubarak Ibrahim and Shafiq Aldu Sabir. Assalamu alaikum, guys.
Walaikum salam. Abdul Sabor.
Sabor? Okay. Sabor. Gotta say it right.
Did you can you say the person's name the right way?
No, you say it.
It's a good thing you do that, huh?
You say it. Okay, all right.
Muslims mess up a Muslim name too.
All the time. All the time. All the time. That should be a class. Okay. All right. So we're gonna play nice today because Mubaraka said you ain't had no filter since you retired. But I know we good. We good, Shafiq, right?
Wait a minute. Is he over 50?
We good.
Because
Yeah,
when we get over 50, we ain't got no filter no more.
But I told her that I live with my own FCC warning over here.
What kind of FCC?
So I understand, but we good, right, Shafiq? We good.
Yeah. I don't use any inappropriate language.
That's okay.
It ain't about
inappropriate language.
It ain't about inappropriate language.
Go to sleep and get some rest, so he should be good.
Yes. To violate FCC laws as they relate to the Constitution around all infectious diseases.
It don't even matter because they love to suppress us anyway. So it don't even matter if it's that. Okay. All right. Okay. Living out loud is social media. One of y'all live out loud. One of y'all live in the shadows. Okay. So how does that work? How does that work? A lot of times, and I mean it's the same thing. I have a mate that's really not on social media or only there because I'm there, but I'm there, and I'm all over it. So how does that work when one person is living out loud and the other person is kind of in the shadows?
Well, I think for me,
one person about to be homeless, and one got it had an internet.
That's the filter. That's what she's talking about.
Hey, that is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So I think that for me anyway, I think that we have come to a basically agreement.
No, we have not.
I just do my thing.
And we have not come to no agreement.
He doesn't like his life for it. So I reduce the amount of things that I post about him.
Yeah. And random people still come to me knowing things that they should not even know. Don't worry about it. Work it out. Be patient. Y'all are good marriage. Y'all got a good marriage.
No, they don't. People don't tell you that.
Really?
They will know that we have a chicken coop, and he didn't tell them that we had a chicken coop.
No, don't try to lighten the load, man.
I don't even post
people
stuff like that.
ask me, so you guys had deer last night for dinner? I'm like,
yeah.
Yeah. I'm not asking you what you have for dinner. Why are you asking me?
Oh, snap!
Whatever, but it was like whatever. Now I just treat them like I don't know them. Like I act like I'm a foreigner and I don't speak the language they're speaking to me. So when they're talking to me, I'm like,
So you feel as if because she's posting things in regards to your household and different things that people just come up to you like they know you, like they know your life.
yes, they do.
Yeah.
And they want to have, they want to continue the conversation like we got a history. Yeah, that deer for dinner. So yeah, that deer is pretty good. How do you make your deer? I'm like, what are you doing? You got out of jail, bro. You was in jail for like 20 years. How you even know what deer tastes like in the last 20 years?
I love it.
Hey, but I hear you, partner.
So, yeah.
But that happens a lot, especially to not just him, everybody in our family. Like when my daughter-in-law, so one of my sons got married 2 years ago. She's not from the area, but she'll be in the store and somebody will just come up to her, "Hi, Ayana," and she's like, they knew my name and everything. So
Yeah.
all my family experienced that because of how much I share, and so they're like. Now I just tell my friends, they say, well, I wanted to say this to your kid. I saw them the other day. I wanted to congratulate them, but I didn't want to seem like a creeper. I said, it's okay. Just tell them I'm Facebook friends with your mom. And I said, leave the sentence with that. And then they won't feel like you're too much of a creeper.
I got you. I totally understand because, our baby boy, he drives for Lyft and he's had people get into his Lyft car and said, oh, such and such are your parents. And it blows his mind because he's
I
like.
told him, tell him no.
Yeah, it blows his mind because he's like, how do they know?
Just do that. That's what you're talking about.
How do they know? He just wonder how they know. Okay. So Mubarak, you've had some posts that have been quite challenging that folks have disagreed with, whether it was your fitness, your science, science, or your Islam.
That's because they didn't want to do no push-ups
or anything like that, and you've had to kind of stay your ground because I think sometimes when we are in certain positions or represent in a certain way, we are going to have people that challenge us. Trust me, I know, because I've had those myself. And you've had to stand your ground in certain ways. So do you take those discussions to him? Because I know I bounce them off to him. I'll be like, can you go over here and read this?
I'll be trying to duck. I'm trying to, girl, please.
Because is it just me?
Yeah.
Or,
Sometimes it is. Sometimes I'll take it to my daughter or my daughter-in-law.
Yes.
So it depends on what it is.
I love it.
But I do often get feedback, and I'm like, am I crazy or are they crazy?
Give me advice on an argument and debate and have a fight that I don't even know that I never even met that I probably who they're sitting home cutting their toenails, arguing with you, and both of y'all got dishes in the sink. Well, what's that about? What is that about? That's about. And I'm like 2 hours of sleep. What are you talking about? What are we talking about? Let me tell you what she said. Let me tell you what I posted back. And
and then I said,
hey, I
and then
and turn the internet off like when what was the guy's name? Made the video about his wife. T.I. When T.I. made that video about Melania Trump.
His daughter.
And the president turned off YouTube for a day. All right, I got y'all.
He swear Trump did it.
And he's like, yo, you go hard on my girl? Turn the internet off for a day, bro. Remember that? YouTube was down for like a whole day.
Wow.
It was
You're right, though. Turn it off.
I'm just saying.
Wow. I got you. But shouldn't you be, because, I always go to him, shouldn't you be like the voice of reason? You know what I'm saying? Because this space can be, social media space.
I be trying to be reasonable, but you don't listen to me anyway.
I listen to you, but this social media space can be interesting.
I think human advice in terms of real estate, I think it expires when you are in a debate with somebody that you don't know, that you probably will never meet, that you probably have not met yet, and you're just typing back and forth. It's like if you really don't get back to that person, they're not gonna come beat you up. They can't throw an egg at your window. You're not gonna see them at Stop and Shop, Kroger, or whatever. And this show is not sponsored by.
That's true, Shafiq. But you know, when you are in a position, and I'll just put it in quotations, of leadership, because I don't, you know, I just try really not to call us that. But leadership positions, you have people that challenge you, you know, like in your space, and you really have to defend it because you have so many people that's reading, watching, and looking, you know, and sipping the tea sometimes, you know, sipping the tea. So you really have to defend that. And that's what I tell him.
Well, the only thing about that is I say, that's like somebody coming to my home. Again, it's online, but this is my spot right here. So if you're going to come in here and disrespect it, we about to handle this. But again, I'm with you, bro, where I ain't got to be in every fight.
Yeah,
I generally take, when it comes to people challenging me, I have a 3-comment rule. So I think that there is a limit of how much one can debate online. So like if it's something that I am adamant about, I will comment 3 times. After the 3rd time, I'm not going to comment.
3 times. Second time, warning.
Like, I don't, so that's like the limit of dating online.
One more time, and I'm gonna take you out my chat room. You're on chat page. Oh, you gotta chat
block some people. But I think that when I do go to him or go to one of my kids to talk about it, it is because I don't want to debate online, and I'm just kind of like venting.
I gotta get this. You know what? I got it now. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go right now.
You gotta get it out. You gotta get it out.
Who's sitting on the other side of the world, waiting, saying, "Let me see what she's gonna say. Let me see what she's gonna say."
In Eastern Standard Time.
I am waiting for her to respond. Get the camel. Get the camel. I mean, like, come on. Is that really? Get the camel. Is that really?
Hey, but I hear what your brother's saying. I hear you, bro.
All right, moving on.
Pause the next. I was watching, and I gotta go rewind it back 10 minutes to go back into getting in the groove of where I was at, and the show is not gonna be the same.
All right, moving on. We ain't gonna beat that camel hump. We ain't gonna beat that, okay? All right. This whole social media realm can get crazy as far as what responsibility
get crazy.
Responsibility. What do you feel the responsibility of Muslims are in this space? And Shafiq, what's the alternative?
For me,
Mubarak first, what do you feel the responsibilities of Muslims are in this social media space? And Shafiq, what's the alternative since you're not really on it?
So I think that the responsibility for Muslims in social media is really the responsibility we have on a regular basis. We have to represent Islam in, I think, 1, authentically, and number 2, combat a lot of the misconceptions about Islam. And so a lot of things that I try to do is, 1, I try to be very real, and it's cliche as being authentic, but I think for me that means that I'm not gonna pretend or be fake online. I'm not going to
how you be fake?
You can
Give
be
us an example. I'm just kidding.
You stupid.
Fake is, oh, my life is perfect, and
a profile picture with just your head and neck.
Perfect, and I never ever have any problems with my kids are perfect, and my husband is perfect.
I'm not even on Facebook. I don't think people say that unless they're a scam.
Yes,
yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Yeah,
that's the people from Russia.
yeah. No. It's
our responsibility is to do that. So like every Ramadan, I'll do like Islam 101 questions, because I recognize that a lot of non-Muslims don't know Muslims in person. And so them being my social media friend is literally the only Muslim that they'll ever have a conversation with.
Everybody knows a Muslim now. I'm sorry.
No, everybody do not know.
Order the pizza. going to the corner
They
store,
don't
you have
know.
met a Muslim.
Meeting somebody is different than you actually being able to have a conversation with them.
Oh, you seem like as a personal
No, not even as a personal friend, just somebody that you feel
Why you
comfortable
looking
enough
up in the sky? They're right there.
that you feel
He's stupid.
I thought I had a problem.
you feel
Yeah.
comfortable.
No, she can ready to go on his own. One more.
Okay, so what's the alternative? Answer
One
your
more.
part. What's the alternative?
No, she got to ask the question. It's her show.
Yeah. What's the alternative, Shafiq?
To being on social media?
Yes.
So we had this yesterday. I talked to my mother. Me and my mother was talking about Facebook. And my mother didn't know I wasn't on Facebook. I said, I haven't been on Facebook in 2 years. She's like, oh, wow. She's like, because my church girlfriend was saying, I haven't seen your son on no vacations and stuff. I said, no, Ma. I said, I don't want to. I choose not to. Here's my belief. When I retired, I was home, and I had temporarily suspended Facebook. I gave it a try. I was like, I'm going to be off of it for like about 2 weeks, and I'm going to see how that feels. If my life feels different, then I'm going to go 3 weeks. And if after 3 weeks, it doesn't impact me, then I'll be fine with it, because it means that it's a non-essential thing in my lifestyle, my daily lifestyle. So as that was happening, I'll call it an awakening. Then I was home and I said, wow, I'm retired. I took an assessment of my lifestyle, and I said, at 50, then I think I was 51. I said, I have friends right now that are 51 that are seriously struggling in their life for whatever reason. The decisions they made, where they are financially, they will not likely see retirement until 70, maybe. And now with COVID, 75. So I just didn't feel like being able to, the way I would utilize Facebook to be comfortable in sharing that space with others, knowing that I might post something where somebody else they could take it two ways. They could be like, ooh, I'm inspired that Shafiq is living his best life. They could also be like, you know what, this is ridiculous. And it could cause them into, adverse reactions. So I have 2 social media platforms: LinkedIn, which is professional, Twitter, because the president got Twitter. And as long as he's using Twitter, I'm going to be like, children, and you go, hey, if they're on Facebook, I'm on Facebook. As long as he's on Twitter, I'm on Twitter. But that's,
I got you.
So, and then I measure. Okay, so you asked me what you did. You didn't ask me. You asked me. Thank you. You're a co-host because you want to talk. You want to say something now. So I guess I'm at 2.5. So I think the alternative is my concern, particularly for Muslims, because Muslims are visionaries, we are planners, we are problem solvers. I'm not too sure that social media affords a platform for Muslims to continue the problem solving component of where we need to be. So there needs to be something that returns back to normal dialogue, because what eventually will happen is, as I say with her, she communicates with me in like Facebook code. It's almost like in Star Wars where you have C-3PO and he goes, I binary languages and da da da. And I can speak 55, and like she started talking to me in like binary Facebook. I know what you're talking about. You make a statement and then you wait for me to put like button between me and you in the space. I don't, it's just here's a good.
She's waiting for the emoji.
Right.
She's waiting for the emoji.
So let's say today is dinner, right? And let's just say today one of us needs to make dinner. And I'm waiting for her to make dinner because I may have made dinner like, say, the previous days. Instead of her saying, hey, I'm not sure what you want for dinner. I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about that. She'll say something like, dinner is a very nutritious meal.
Hits.
So I guess I like it. I go, am I cooking? And I might say like, no, yes it is, because it's got 85 macros and a nucros and a this, and that's why today we're having some food that I never even heard of, and I'm like, I'm not eating dinner. She's like, okay, well, I'm not cooking.
I got you. Okay. Well, you mentioned something interesting, and that's actually kind of like my next question as far as important with Muslims in the space. And we feel imagery is really important, and that's one of the things that we strive for. Is
well, I'm here because it's a lot of non-Muslims. I agree with your wife with that. With our
responsibility.
Our teaching them or correcting some of the things that that's out there. But personally, I mean, we've definitely seen a difference in how people react to Islam just because of our presence.
Yeah, and the imagery, like you don't really see a lot of us out there. The imagery, and I'm talking about as far as Black and Muslim and married and long time married couples, because you guys have been married for like what 27 years, long time.
In June.
Yeah, long time married couple, and the imagery is not there. So, and the more people we speak with, because we weren't born and raised Muslim, the more people we speak with, they're saying that they've never seen Muslim couples like this. They've never seen the interaction. They thought Muslim women were so docile. They've never seen a Muslim woman, you know what I'm saying, be so out.
Was on the wrong social media.
Yeah, they never see, outspoken and different things like that. It's like they're getting that education as far as that is concerned. So that is, the imagery is of importance. But I want to ask you guys, because we're leaning in more so to us, because the more that we go along, the more marginalized Black and Muslim is when you think about Muslim. So what does that mean to you guys to be Black and Muslim?
You want to go first?
She's scared of them Black questions. How y'all doing?
I am not
Stop it.
It's a
I'm Black. Now, I've heard a lot of different brothers, and oh brother, you should not say you're Black, brother. You should say that you are, because this is very important for you to say.
He got the accent better than me.
That is such a good thing, right? So here's the deal. I'm Black. The police know I'm Black. The government know I'm Black. Everybody know I'm Black. When I wake up in the morning, I forget that I'm Black. When I woke up this morning, I didn't remember that I was Black until actually y'all just said it. And then you just actually reminded me, to be honest with you, because I wasn't even thinking. Right? But the reality is I'm Black, right? When I watch the news later today, because I'm going to forget that I'm Black again in about probably another 2 hours. And then I'm going to watch TV, and they're going to tell me about all the Black people that got the Rona. So then I'm going to realize that I'm a Black male and I'm endangered. So I'm Black. To me, my Blackness means that I'm endangered. So I consider myself on the endangered species list. That's how I deal with my lifestyle. I'm endangered species. And my boys are on the extinction list.
Oh, for sure.
So do you relate more so to your Blackness than your Muslimness? Or I mean, because that when people look at you, that's the first thing they see is a Black male.
Absolutely. So that doesn't. So for whatever, because I think we all have different perspectives on what Blackness means and being Black. So for me, being Black means that I'm not going. So here's a perfect example. I'm Black and I'm Muslim. I attribute my success in life at this point in my life, because I've been Muslim for about 30-something years, to me being Muslim and Black, right? Having not had, I escaped the area of being a drug dealer. I escaped the gang life. I escaped all those other stereotypes, jail, incarceration thing that Black men have often endured as a baby, before you get married. So I escaped that. Islam helped me through that, right? But I recognize that I have people, Black people, who are on the other side of this Islamic cloth, that for whatever reason, they don't have that knowledge, they don't have that benefit, and they are still struggling. So I identify with those people. I identify with their struggle, with them being Black people, the Black people like me. My is a constant reminder to me of what I need to do in order to help them to get where I'm at or beyond that. And my Blackness first tells me that they don't have to be Muslim, they don't have to sign a wager, they don't have to negotiate some kind of pre-spiritual shahada, document with me in order for me to help them. I'm gonna help them because they Black and I'm Black. And that's my Blackness.
I got you. I got you. What do you think, Mubaraka?
I think this is where I think the difference between being a Black Muslim male and a Black Muslim female actually divides. When people see me, they see Islam first. They don't see Blackness.
Oh, they don't.
Yes, they do.
They see your
They
face looking like, man, she look good, bro. That's what they say. Yeah, she
when
look
people
good.
She said because of the
I think
hijab.
because of the hijab,
The
they do see
hijab,
the
yeah.
Muslim in her
they
first.
actually will assume that I'm not African American. They ask you, what country are you from?
Yeah.
No, where's
They
your
assume
mother?
she's African.
Can I
Right.
They will
Same here.
American. So my Islam is how people identify me first and foremost. My Blackness is how I relate to the world. So when it comes to, and part of that for me, I think it's because I try really to normalize Islam and normalize, like, I don't, that's one of the reason why I like post a lot of regular stuff online, right? Even on my business pages, people will say, oh, well, why don't you talk more about Islam? And I'm like, you know, Muslims got to eat and have vitamin C too. Like, vitamin C, right? So it's really, I'm normalizing it. And my Blackness, I think, is just a part of, it's incorporated into what I just feel like Allah makes no mistakes. And this is how I'm connected to my Lord. And I am always conscious anytime I'm around other people of my Blackness, be those people Muslim or non-Muslim. You know, we have a lot of non-Black Muslim friends, and I am constantly aware that, hey, we're the Black people in the room, right? Because conversations around it, being conscious of how other people are having conversations about Islam. So I'll give you an example, which is an example actually for the way that Shafiq was relate to it, is that we were having a conversation with some friends about getting funding for a masjid and seeing if if Saudi Arabia would be interested to fund a masjid. And one of the young men there said, well, if Saudi funds the masjid, then none of the Yemeni Muslims will come. And Shafiq's response was, okay. And he's like, because Saudi is attacking Yemen. And Shafiq is like, well, as Black Muslims in America, we need to approach the issues for Black people. I don't see Yemeni Muslims in the Black Lives Matter march. So why should I sacrifice what we need when you're not sacrificing anything on your end? And the whole room went quiet. And that's an example of always being reminded of your Blackness, no matter what circle that you're in, even when you're in circles with Muslims, that it's Muslims, not, there is a general assumption of anti-Blackness, and not even in a belligerent manner or in an intentionally racist manner. There is just this assumption that Black Muslims should forget about being Black and only attach to their Muslimness, but yet every other race will attach themselves to their race, to their country, to everything first, and
they ain't about to have
recognize that, but they don't recognize our Blackness.
That's right, brother. That's right, brother.
Okay. That ain't about to happen.
All right, Mubaraka. Okay, you getting on that political speech now. Okay, I want to say this though. We have several people viewing and watching. Assalamu alaikum, guys. We see all of your messages. Ramadan Mubarak. If you guys we're not going to be on here too much longer. So if you guys have any questions, there's a little question mark down at the bottom of the live. So if you have a question, put it in there and it'll pop up on the screen, and we'll ask just a few, because we're not going to be on here long. Because
everything you just said, I'm pretty sure a lot of people agree with. Yes. I agree with you. And brother, no, they see my wife as Muslim first before she Black, but they see me as a Black male. Right. Period, point blank. We gonna get shot. Yeah. All right, because they're gonna first say, hey, I told them the other day, they don't care whether he's a Black dude. I said, they don't care whether I'm Muslim or you ain't Muslim. No. We both Black, bro. Right. We both a target.
And what they care about me is, sister, where are you from? Where you from, sister? Okay, that's what I get. But the next question, moving on. So with the Black and Muslim thing, is there a fine line you guys seeing the fine line between Black and Muslim and Deen and Dunya? And because they feel that you're Black, and then they find that you're African American Black, that you sway more towards the Dunya than you do the Deen.
Who thinks that? Who?
A lot of people.
I think that in the Muslim community, when they find out like you're African American and you're actually from America, the first assumption is, for me, is you converted to Islam. So how old were you when you converted? And I'm like, I was born Muslim. Well, I mean, say, how is that possible? By being born to a parents that were Muslim at the time. So I think that there is this assumption so there's a two things that I think are improper assumptions. Number one, that that you can't be born Muslim if you're African American. That's one. And then the second one that it's not me personally, I'm sure you guys probably could relate even better, is that there is some type of deficiency if you converted, right? And so they look down on you when they think that you converted, and then your status is raised a little slightly higher when they find out you're born Muslim. And I tell people all the time, like, literally every Sahaba converted, and they were the best of people. So why is you think would be a deficiency for somebody because they converted to Islam? Okay, if I get converted, and what? That doesn't mean you don't have a deen. It doesn't mean that your iman is low. It doesn't mean any of that. Literally, how did you convert? The same way that Khadija radiallahu anhu did, the same way that Abu Bakr did, the same way that Umar did. Like, there's no deficiency because you are a convert. For non-Muslims, I think when they find out that you're African American, it is like, oh, you're Black, but you're not like the other Black people. I don't think that you're...
And you're not like the other Muslims, too.
Yeah.
Okay, different kind of Black person. And particularly as a Black Muslim woman, people don't know what to do with you. So there's two sides of that.
They try to put you in a bubble, girl. They try to put you in that bubble.
The one, they're just literally just kind of like a deer in the headlights, just waiting to see what you're gonna do. So you have it is a double-edged sword, because number one, you are literally going to represent every single Muslim woman that they come in contact with after you. So it's a heavy burden. But number two, it also is an opportunity for you to shine and create that positive image for them, because they're literally just watching to see what you're doing, because they've never encountered a Black woman that's Muslim, that isn't docile, that isn't sitting around and, rubbing her husband's feet and asking his permission to talk. So they're like, oh, well, what kind of Muslim are you?
Before you chime in, Shafiq, I'm just going to follow up on that as far as the conversion notion. That seems to be an American thing, because wherever we've traveled overseas, we don't get that. Mm-hmm. We don't get that with people talking about how did you convert,
Matter of fact, we get the opposite.
Exactly.
Man, you mean you accepted this? Oh, cool.
Yeah, exactly. So did you have a follow-up on that, Shafiq?
I found that when I first became Muslim a long, long time ago, even the brothers, the Mashal Islam is predominantly African American. So a lot of the brothers, I want to say like 80% of the brothers back then were formerly incarcerated. So they had like I used to run the streets. I used to run with Nicky Bonds, these kind of stories.
Wow.
And I converted while I was in college. So I was always up against in the city, being painted with as, oh, you must have just got out of prison. That's why nobody don't know you. We have, because you just got out. I was a new face. I had just moved back from Georgia. And, I was back in Connecticut for the first time. And so I never ascribed to wanting to qualify people around this. You know, how did you convert? Why you convert? Did you convert because you want to marry this young girl? And you know, listen, I converted because I was on a
Wow.
that was my thing, and that's what I, you know, became about. But what I have learned, and just we all know this, right? That the history of Islam, that the Arabs were very racist. Rasulullah SAW talks about this, you know, very extensively, and I think people forget about that. I think people forget that the Arabs come from a racist mindset culture. It doesn't mean that they hate black people or they hate this. It's just that they're in their mind have a superior intellect around them being Arabs. It wasn't even them being Muslim because they was not Muslim first. They were just Arabs, right? The Quraysh. So understanding that and you put that in perspective, you go, okay, so this is culturally ingrained before. This predates the Rasul. So these people, that's how they're going to think. That's how they were bred. Now, when it comes to how we exist and how we coexist, as I look at it, how we coexist as black Muslims in the Muslim world, I find that status is everything. Status is everything. You go into some of the Indo-Pak communities, it's PhD to master's degree, you in the circle, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I got a PhD for
yeah.
him.
Degrees lead. I mean, degrees lead the whole thing. I mean, even when we like do our marriage work, there's like some of the people that we talk to first thing that, are you guys certified? Yeah, I'm certified. I've been married 30
I got
and
a
half years.
PhD too. You
I've
might
been
want to
married
back up.
30 and a half years. As a matter of fact, the masjid that we were at and the imam or whatever, I said, your imam is not even married. So you're asking me if I'm certified. Your imam is not even married. So yeah, it's
Imam has two PhDs. So the better, this is better than two of the PhDs. It's
Hey, bro.
yes.
Hey, bro, I got to get that accent, man. Because mine be sounding like African dialect or something.
and I tell him to stop.
Hey, I'm from Zimbabwe or
He
something.
be sounding like he ain't coming to America.
I can't get the Arab thing.
The scrub version.
But you got it down pat, partner. Woo,
All right, we have a question. Let me pop the question up and let's see what the question is all about. Do they look down on you because they think you converted because you're black? I notice some Muslims act like we don't know Islam because we're black.
That's exactly what I used to get that. I don't get it no more.
Yeah.
Because like I said, you got to back up, partner.
Like that. Okay, we have. I think we kind of answered that, but 2 minutes. All right, couple more questions. What has been some of y'all's challenges during Ramadan, digital wise? Like, I know you guys both do a radio show. Mubarak, I know you run your business online and stuff like that, or whatever. Have you been able to cut down on screen time, or nah?
When I grew up, my tradition, that my mother had in our house that I continued in my house is that during Ramadan we do not watch television, and the goal is to remove all of kind of like the frivolous things so that you can have more time for ibadah. Now my kids grew up with that. As they got older, they kind of sneak in. But this is a movie about the prophet, right? So I watch 1 or 2 like Islamic movies, and so we still do that to this day. So pretty much the only thing that we've watched is, besides the news, he's always on the news and stocks. Besides that, I think maybe they've watched 1 or 2 cartoon movies about prophets or something like that. And they're 19 and 21 now, so they still do that. And for me, what I've done is in the evening time where I would probably normally be, scrolling Facebook, I'm reading Quran or I'm doing some other type of ibadah. So it definitely I try to keep my social media, my internet stuff during the day to some like official work hours. And then I really try to focus on ibadah after that. That's what I've done, and what I think everybody in the house has pretty much shifted in that way.
Well,
yeah, I know some Muslims though, and they just can't wait to Ramadan get over so they can catch up on their shows.
Oh, I'm gonna catch up with Issa Rae when it's over.
But you gotta watch the news because ain't no telling these days from one day to the next. Shoot, the world might be ending tomorrow on the news, and you gotta keep up with the news and the stock market.
Well, like your boy said, you got to keep up with Trump.
The stock market, just I think in one day, we lost a whole bunch of money, but we ain't even gonna dwell on that. So.
Man, I got to be like all them rich people, man. Hey, man, give my stuff back.
I told him he was all on his phone looking at the stock. I'm like, put the phone down.
Hold up, partner. Y'all messing up.
Put the phone down. We in it for the long haul. It's going to go back up. Put the phone down. Yeah, we done lost some money, but put the phone down.
All right.
So our situation is really unique now because our kids are home, one because he can't go to school because of the COVID, so he's online, and we have our daughter home from LA, so they're adults now. And so what I have noticed is that like no one's watching a movie, right? So I think we might have maybe watched one movie since Ramadan in almost the last 30 days. So that's miraculous for us because we are big TV watchers. And I know for me, I normally would watch a show, but I'm not even interested. I've watched it, like she was saying, I keep up with the news. I keep up with the financial markets, around my stocks. I've been doing day trading. So that's where my focus has been. That's my digital footprint. My digital footprint is I'm trying to make $300 a day while Rona. So they try to kill me with a disease that they don't need in Wuhan. Okay, and I'm gonna be like them boys like Wuhan. I'm gonna make my own money. Wuhan.
You gonna put them all in check.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. We know people got to get to they iftars and stuff, so we try not to hold people that long because it takes some people a little bit longer to plan, and then maybe they got to run to the store. But anyway, tell our
iftar.
Jazakallah, appreciate it.
Tell our viewers and listeners how about your projects, your books, and different things, and how they can get in touch with you.
So I am Fit Muslima everywhere, FITMUSLIMAH, and you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all under the same hashtag, Mubaraka Ibrahim Fit Muslima. He's on Twitter at
Bold Minds at Twitter. Bold Minds at Twitter. I'm an author. I'm handsome. You see that?
Okay, but you said you're author, so I'm thinking you finna mention the title of your book.
What's the title of your book?
I Love Mubaraka. It's a bestseller. It's all about how I love my wife.
Wow.
That is so not it.
No, my book is A Black Man's Guide to Law Enforcement in America. I thought it would be out of date. I'll be honest with you. It's 2009, A Black Man's Guide to Law Enforcement in America. I thought it would be out of date. But even under Rona, in a pandemic, with all the things that's killing the entire world, it seems that some law enforcement still find time to beat the hell out of black people. I don't
Hey, bro.
Every day.
That book is so relevant. It ain't going out.
With a new one. A Black Man's Guide to Surviving the Police Brutality and COVID. I don't know.
Hey, well, that one covers it. That one covers it pretty good. So that's gonna be relevant.
Yeah, it's a war on black people. All right, you guys enjoy.
Oh, I made it through without doing push-ups.
You're wrong,
girl. I'm good.
That's okay. I'm about to make you drop
push-ups when you get off.
Oh, see, I done opened my mouth. Oh my goodness.
Get up.
I gotta do my 10.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum, guys. Have a great day.
Assalamu alaikum.